Hey, how y'all doing? You're rocking with your girl, Ms.LACY of Iconic Chronicles magazine and 89.5 FM. And today, y'all, we got on the line Barry, a native, best-selling author, Bryant Linda of the new book, Poetry in Infancy, Seducing Heart. What made you want to put a poem actually in a book?
Well, it's a interesting story. I actually met this guy. Everything always starts with love. And I fell in love with him last May, and I started writing poetry just for him.
Okay.
And so the poems that I wrote, I called them pillow talk poems.
Okay.
They were poems that were never intended to be published.
Okay.
So they're poems that's from my spirit and my soul that I would send to him.
Mm-hmm.
Over the course of the month, we had some difficult times in the relationship, and so the poems would change according to my heart.
Right.
And later in the year, in October, the day after my birthday, October 3rd, my grandmother passed away. She suffered a massive stroke, and she was 90 years old. So she had a blessed life, but still we were, of course, sad and hurt because of her passing.
Right.
So I had wrote a poem for her when she was in her coma, and I put it on Facebook. And then when she passed, I did the same poem with, rest in peace, and tagged my family. And that day, Dakia Simmons Sterling, who we all went to school with, Dakia, she inboxed me on Facebook, and she told me I was going to write a book.
Wow.
And so we exchanged numbers. We talked that very same day, and it was a great call. And she told me that she was doing a self-publishing teleconference, which she's been doing them frequently. And she told me to attend, and she told me I'm going to write a book. So later that day, maybe about an hour later, my cousin, Kendra Ross, text messaged me, and she, was talking to me, and she told me I should write a book.
Wow.
So I went home and prayed on it, and God told me to write a book. So what happened was, I've lived most of my life according to my will, like most people do.
Okay.
I'm at an age now where I want to be obedient. There were some things that I had done last year in my relationship with who is an ex now, but we're still friends. In my relationship with him, where I was disobedient, there were some things that were said that were not disrespectful, but some things I should have cleared up that really helped to create the confusion that we stayed in that unfulfilled love. And so I wanted to be obedient, and I had the message, and I had confirmation of the message. The next part was to go and publish. So I did self-publishing, took the conference call, and Dakia Dave will give you a roadmap on how to get self-published. She'll walk you through the whole process. I did every single step on there. I decided to publish my book on April 4th of this year. And on April 10th, it was a bestseller on Amazon for 5 weeks. And I haven't even really done the marketing yet, so I'm just now working in the reversal. I'm just now kind of, thankful for the blessing and moving forward with it. There was a lot of, I would say, hesitation, kind of scared, because the poems are the journey of my heart that I'm sharing to the world. So that was how it happened.
And you said you were nervous to publish the book. Was it because it was your inner thoughts and expressions and emotions in your private life coming out in the book, or
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Because initially I was going to do a ghostwriter, and spoke with a few people, and they were like, "Why?" And I said, because it's from my personal heart. These were pillow talk poems that I shared mostly with him. And there are some poems in there, too, that, I put on Facebook. But the real intense ones, they're mostly with him. And it was the journey of my heart, and I was uncomfortable. At the same time, God lead you somewhere you are to go.
Right. How does your ex feel about you publishing those poems?
He's okay with it. I actually call him Superman. That's my nickname for him, and it still is. We are still dear friends. And I call him Superman. So in the book, when I acknowledge Superman, I'm talking about him. So he's okay with it. He just kind of joked and said, well, because in the book, I also acknowledge my cousin, and I have a love name for her. I call her Abigail, but her name is Lisa. And so he said, well, you put in there about her real name and her love name. How come you didn't do my name? And so I was like, we joked. But he's okay with it. He's comfortable with it. And, maybe in the next book or the third one, I may say who he is. So we'll see.
and that's funny because I know I've dated guys and they're like, you gonna put me in one of your songs? You're gonna be saying, like, they ask that, and I don't know if that's like for if they want to be famous or if they they know that this ain't gonna work out, and then like, don't be put my name in a song, girl.
Right. He's a really laid back guy, and he's really cool. And so he just doesn't care. He's just joking with me. He doesn't care. Like, I told him I was going to acknowledge him. Like, no, you don't have to. But he was the inspiration. And he was the reason why that this gift birthed in me. I, never considered poetry ever. And my first poem that I wrote, it's called I'm Talking About Love. And it was about him. And so that's what got it started. So he is the inspiration for this book. And he's going to be the inspiration for my next book, which I hope to release August 30th.
All right, we're going to have to get you the Teddy Pendergrass soundtrack, my latest, greatest inspiration.
Right.
How has writing the book helped you grow?
It has helped me grow spiritually.
Okay.
They're not just love poems in the book. Not only is there love, there's pain and disappointment, but there's restoration and there's healing, there's inspiration, and there's spiritual guidance with God's promises of Scripture. So you see the journey all the way through, and you can actually feel it. When it's a blessing when people talk to me about it, because every person that I've talked to has said how it's touched them. And it has shown them when you are disobedient,
when you're shocking,
the obedience, the obedience and, and the love. But it has helped me grow spiritually. It has helped me grow mentally. It's made me stronger. And, I can say that living in unfulfilled love is much different than a lost love. So it's the journey of an unfulfilled love. And what happens in that type of love, the love, even though both people love each other, they're in different places in their lives at different times, and they can never come together at the same time to be on that same path to move forward. So that love just remains in infancy.